by the unique identification of every person, every product, and every place inside healthcare. We can make a real difference to help the NHS save thousands of lives and millions of pounds. Because through GS1 standards, we can support and enable increased patient safety, reduce unwarranted clinical variation, and of course, help drive those operational efficiencies. We learned a lot about that yesterday, and today through the insight sessions and from this stage, you're going to hear a lot more. Before I move on to the sort of formal parts of the day, I want to just have a slight reflection on last night and the dinner. And we had two fantastic speakers. We had Ulrika from GS1 Global Office and Dame Esther Ranson speak to us. And the surprise for Derriford Hospital to find that her son works there was quite a shock, particularly for a few of the guys there. So the other thing that we were able to do last night is from the table collection, we raised over £720. So thank you all very much. That's fantastic. For the Silver Line, of course. I have also to tell you a bit of bad news, and I think you know what that is. We have sold half the ducks, so those ducks do need new homes. So we do have the nurse duck, the doctor duck, and the surgeon duck, who's gone a bit quackers. But the good news is there are still 2 Fitbits to be won. So your chance of winning a Fitbit today has doubled over yesterday. But because you haven't done what you promised me you were going to do, I'm now going to my 4th best duck joke. And really, that sound I hear is a barrel being scraped. Okay? So, guy walks into a shop, and he walks into, it's obviously a pet shop, and he says to the pet shop owner, he says, "How much is that duck?" He says, "I'd really like that duck. How much is that duck?" He says, "Oh, that duck," he says, "it's £10. He says, "Okay, put it on my bill." And he says, "No, you've got to take all of it." It was actually, "Could you send me the bill?" Yeah, see? Never mind. However, see, I can't even do the bloody jokes right, can I? It's all, can somebody go and buy some duck? Hang on, how much money have I got? Here, Gavin, can you help me out here? Dear, oh dear. Okay, so next things, this is the important bit now. Again, a major thank you to our sponsors, and particularly to Linsgo Systems, our platinum sponsor, and again to our dinner and drink sponsors last night, and all our other sponsors and exhibitors. Please do go and visit our exhibitors and our sponsors. It's made this couple of days very, very possible for us. We couldn't do it without them. So thank you for all their support. And now I'm going to tell you a couple of minutes of brief highlights of the programmes of today. So we're going to start very shortly with Gavin, who you saw yesterday, and he's going to bring Kevin and Keith and have a short, kind of punchy 20 minutes interview, trying to get some of the top lines of the deliverables and the benefits that Derby have seen. And then I'm absolutely delighted to say that Bob Alexander will be joining us, and he's joined us and will be addressing us before we go into a break. After the break, we're going to look at a different perspective, and John Wilkinson, the Director of Devices for the MHRA, will address us on the benefits of UDI and GS1 standards, and the wonderful Andrew Davies is from NHS Improvement, is going to talk to us about FMD, and then Joe Goulding has stepped in at a very last minute and is going to do a terrific job talking about interoperability. And she's another pharmacist we're having on the stage. So there's a surfeit of pharmacists today. And then we'll have the breakout sessions, the lunchtime sponsored sessions, as they were yesterday. They'll be rerun again today. And we come back for a very final plenary session, which is quite a special session with Lord Philip Hunt will chair, and we'll talk about the recurring themes we heard yesterday and the challenge that started off with Professor Terence Stevenson talking about never events and how could we use GS1 standards to his challenge to us to how can we use this to try and go after never events. So we'll have that discussion with 3 eminent chief execs. Then we'll have another break and we will have the insight sessions. So if you went to an insight session yesterday, the same insight session today is completely different. It's 3 different people in the room, and there's a slight change of the topic. The main subject is the same, so the breakouts, whether it's pharmacy, or it's nursing, or it's suppliers, but it's a different speakers, so there'll be different perspectives focusing on different things, so they are not repeated. And that will take us to about 3:45, when we will have finished. So that's the programme for today. And so without further ado, I'd like to invite Gavin, Kevin and Keith to come up and tell us a little bit more about the deliverables from Derby. Gentlemen, thank you.